Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Writers Mindscape.
Yes?
Do it.
No, there's no need today.
Sure.
No, I don't need to do it. Mindscape, scape.
You can't say anything about the bush now.
Nope, no bush. No bush. Burning bush.
I hate you.
I know you do.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, again, welcome to the episode of the Writers Mindscape. I'm Tim.
I'm Adam.
And today, you're gonna be listening to our planning sessions again. This time, it's not world building. Well, kind of it is, but...
Still somewhat.
Somewhat, but it's going to be more focused on our individual stories in the worlds that we've been crafting.
Yes.
You'll notice that one will be far more detailed than the other.
I'm sorry.
That'd be my story versus Adam, who's put no thought into his story whatsoever. He was too busy world building to think about.
If you've been listening to the last two episodes, you know exactly who has more time planning this than the other.
But we'll be going. So what we're going to be doing is you'll be hearing us talk about our individual stories that we want to tell in our world that will lead up into an overarching story that will combine the two worlds. Yes. So you'll hear about that, and then next week's episode, you'll get to hear us plan the overarching, or start to plan the overarching storyline. So you can enjoy. Well, I don't know what I'm talking about, but enjoy.
All right. So, where do you want me to start?
How about you just start
Do
somewhere?
you want me to start off with my main character, or do you want me to start off with the basis of my story is?
It doesn't matter.
All right. Well, the basis of my story then is the hero's journey. So I'm going to have a main character go through basically a training montage until the final act.
So a snooze fest. Okay, got it.
Gotcha. Also, but on top of that, I'm going to have... I really want to have a political intrigue / espionage story going on in the background regarding the movements of the two empires trying to secure my main character as either a protector or a weapon.
Oh, okay. So basically a typical story for every fantasy book ever.
Yeah, of course. But I like the fact that there's many parts that can move around. You've got a lot of players on the board.
I have one question for you.
Yes.
So why are you trying to tell Star Wars all over again?
Shut up.
It's been done in a fantasy setting.
No,
it's called Aragon, the inheritance cycle.
Actually, I can just start labeling off the different parts the different places that I'm stealing ideas from.
Oh, already. I'm sure you could.
Star Wars, of course.
Well, yeah.
Mostly the expanded universe.
Okay.
The now legends, if you will. Those stories where it was a lot more political intrigue. At the same time, there was still a lot of following a main character.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I steal from parts of my story that I want to tell are stolen from an anime called Fate Zero. That's where I got the champions from.
Okay.
I don't know where I really want to steal my hero's journey from, though. like, I kind of feel that could be taken from pretty much any of them.
Pretty much.
You just need a montage at some point.
No, you don't. I actually think you shouldn't have a montage because I think too many people think you have to have a montage when you do the hero's journey. You don't.
3 months of training.
Anyways, you don't really do montages in writing.
No, I'm actually just going to write the word. It's just a chapter. It's just going to have one big word. Montage! And then it'll be next chapter.
So you're actually going to write this for a change?
No, not at all. Nope, I'm just going to plot this out and hopefully somebody else can write it for me. Because I am a terrible writer.
Now here's the question for you. Are you going to actually be following the hero's journey, or are you going to be following Dan Harmon's circle? Because Dan Harmon's Circle is a simplified version of the hero's journey.
Ooh, that's a good question. What's Harmon's Circle?
He has 8 pieces, where the traditional hero's journey can have 12 to 18.
Ooh. See, I haven't thought that deep into it.
I think Dan Harmon's Circle works better in today's, because the traditional hero's journey has so many stupid parts. And I don't say stupid, but there's just so many confusing elements to it, where he makes it very simple. He
simplified it.
He simplified it because I think if I had to guess, he pretty much merged parts together.
Oh, cool.
To get what he wanted, or saw that because this stuff is still not inherent, but still can apply easier to today than other parts. I don't know.
All right. But yeah, let me. What's your base story then?
My base story?
Yeah.
Something happens. Some bad dudes are there, and shit goes down. That's all I got.
You're just like, and 20-sided die. All right, that's the option we're going with.
Yeah.
Let me roll again for initiative. Yep, that's what's going to happen.
Yep. It's going to be 28 books before we can get to the main story.
Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome. You just keep getting distracted by having terrible low rolls.
Yeah.
Like, and okay, these are the list of things that they could do. Getting a 2 is go to the store. Roll, go to the store.
Damn it.
They've gone to the store for 6 straight days now. I need them to leave the house and go on their adventure.
Oh, and each book's going to be about 250,000 words. No, so the base story of mine is going to be... I can't really put it into an actual structure like you have the hero's journey. But it's going to be based on a competition. I'm going to be using... Ironically, because I don't have my notes in front of me from what my magic system specifically to my world is.
Yeah.
So I can't really tell you how that's going to apply in the story, because it will.
Of course.
But I'm going to rely on your champion magic system for a good portion of my story.
Okay.
From what I understand, it's gonna be like a competition between champions. I think they're gonna be called something different on my world, but since that's what you've been calling them, and I have no idea what I want to call these things.
Yeah, because your system is completely different than mine.
It's similar, but it's not. It has altered different. There is a difference between the two. So I'm just gonna be referred to them as champions because I'm not calling them titans because I think that's used way too often. And I don't want to call them gods because they're not gods.
Golems?
And golems I don't want to use. That could apply, but I think I just don't want to. I don't like that being called. So
Colossi.
I thought about that, but I don't really like it. I may just keep it with champions for it, but it's gonna be like a tournament of champions being done. Now here's the difference between my champions and your champions.
Yes.
Yours are like 15 feet at the most or something like that.
They're just an exaggerated version of who they used to be.
Yeah, mine are like 100 feet tall.
Oh, okay.
Like they're giants, like super giants. I don't know if they'll be that tall, but they'll be tall. Like they'll be taller than yours.
Okay.
And people have them.
Go for like 30, 35 feet.
I think it's gonna be like a
Transformers height.
Yeah, I think I might go. I'm thinking about 50 feet or something like that.
Okay.
So, oh man, I'm tired. I think I'm gonna go with, but everyone can have them. It'll be a thing, not necessarily a rite of passage, but some people will have them.
Okay.
And there'll be a tournament to see who's the king of the champions and all that for that. And the hero's champion is going to get destroyed, completely annihilated, lose it.
Wow.
By his nemesis, who's gonna not attack it, but he's basically gonna
give it a cheap shot.
Gold him into
sucker punch him
in a way that will allow him to beat him down and destroy it so he can't even compete. And then somehow, I don't know the details with it, but the main protagonist, will come across an angel. Yes, an actual one of the angels. The dicks.
So not one of
not the spirits,
not
the dicks.
spirits. Okay,
One
the
of the
actual.
Dicks. Yeah, the actual dicks.
Okay.
And who will either be injured already, or will get injured because of the protagonist, and who will know that out of fear for his own life because he's a coward, and wanting to not face what will come beyond, because he just thinks it's gonna be non-existence for his race.
Okay.
He'll bound himself to be a champion.
Oh.
But he's too weak to get to where he needs to go. And doesn't necessarily know where he needs to go to make it. He knows how to do it. He just doesn't know. He doesn't know how to get there. And he's also injured, or
Right.
will be injured. So he makes a deal. He'll make a deal with the protagonist to take him there, and out of respect or for the journey, he'll be his champion for the tournament or something like that.
Oh, cool.
I doubt, like, 'cause he's like, I'm gonna be too powerful. I'm too great to be bound to someone like you. But I'll be your champion, so you can just destroy everyone. And of course, the protagonist will be happy to just destroy everyone because how he felt he was wrong for his champion,
Right.
something like that. But so it'll be the journey to figure out how to do that, get there, and in the process, the champion actually will be bound to finish the process. The champion will be bound to him.
Oh, that's cool.
So there will be no, like, if he wants to be a champion, he's gonna be bound to the guy who's doing it. So it'll give the angel the choice of, okay, die or I have
this.
or if I be a servant to a lesser being.
Oh, wow. That kind of sounds like a high school drama a little bit.
Well, yeah, the people who are in these champions are.
They're going to cheat me out of this. All right. Hey, look, an angel. I actually enjoy it. In my head, I hear you describe that, and I'm like, oh, that would be a really cool anime.
Well, that's what I kind of thought in my head.
I see them as your champions are, to me, this right now anyway, a very gray, nondescript 40-foot humanoid.
Close.
Right, but right now, like,
Oh, no.
once you start describing them more and more.
Oh no, each champion has its own look to it.
Okay.
Very detailed. Basically, take the person who became the champion and exaggerate up to 40 feet.
Okay.
So for the look. And if the person who was doing it had a good control, they could exaggerate, like, add, like, decoration to themselves. But their facial features would be the same. But if they weren't wearing cool armor, they could have cool armor or something like part of their look. They're not necessarily wearing the armor.
Right.
That might be an interesting element to add to it, champion armor.
Exactly.
To it.
Because otherwise they're just naked and 40 feet tall.
Well, that's the thing. That's why when you're being made, the body's being made, you could kind of exaggerate.
Okay.
Clothing and stuff like that. Because they're statues basically. So it wouldn't be like actual like cloth, but it'd look like they had clothing.
Okay.
But yeah, but the ultimate decision will be, I don't know what the main tagging force will be in there, trying to stop them, but there'll be something in there. But the angel will agree, become the champion, and the protagonist is gonna be like, yeah, you're too powerful. Like, it's not even a fair. Even if you hold back all but like 0.0000, just add like about 1,000 zeros, 1% of your power, only use that much power, they still would no champion would stand a chance against him.
Okay.
It's basically, he snaps his fingers, they're all gone. And it's like he doesn't want to do that, so he'll find another champion along the way that he'll use for the tournament, and I think, because I was telling you this the other day to you, either he will lose the championship. He won't end up winning it. He'll place or something like that, and then his nemesis will be like, "Ha ha ha! You couldn't win, my guy." Oh no, his champion, the nemesis will, get disqualified for being cheap. He's like, "Well, you got lucky. If I was there," it's like, "Well, no, you lost because you're an idiot.
You cheated
because you can't win without cheating." It's like, well, my champion could beat that champion any day. Oh, this is not my champion. Yeah, it is. It's just the one you've been using. No, this is what I'm using for the tournament. This is my champion. And the angel comes back and basically snaps his fingers and more like snap his fingers, but like basically take his champion, beat the crap out of it for a while, and then just like, destroy it.
Okay.
And then I think what will happen, saying, yeah, so this is my champion. He's just too powerful for this competition, so I'm like, no, I didn't want to use that. But now you know what I felt when I lost my champion. So his champion will revive it, because I think the nemesis will be a part of the overarching story. I think.
Okay. All right. So my actual story, I have basically the first act is where we find out that we find out about the two empires.
Yes.
We find out about my protagonist, 16-year-old girl. That's right, I'm going there. I don't know how to write for a girl. I don't understand women at all. But my character is a girl.
You think I'm writing an entire trilogy where the main characters are all female.
Good luck.
14 to 18.
Oh, God.
You think I know what I'm writing?
No. All right. So she finds out that the prophecy, she is the prophecy. The Eastern Empire wishes to bring her in as to fulfill another prophecy regarding the prophecy. It's kind of one of those that the Chosen One will come to fill the void. And the other prophecy for the Eastern Empire states that the void will destroy the planet.
Oh, okay.
So they believe that the void is a coming force, and they're like, no, this Chosen One is here to protect us. So we're gonna just, but we gotta let her come in willingly. So there spies and whatnot and unseen protectors will be sent by the Eastern Kingdom to protect this girl. From anyone wishing her harm, while at the same time the Western Empire is just literally trying to send assassins and kidnappers after her, because if you can't get her kidnapped, kill her. And that's actually how she realizes that she's the one.
So, in other words, Star Wars.
Yes, and I hate you. Well, at the same time, her tribe is she was of the nomadic people. Her father and mother settled down on a farm. And her 4,000-year-old descendant also shows up because he gets the clue that she's the Chosen One. He's the first one to set off the wave of events. Because he shows up and he's just like, hey, you're the Chosen One, let's get to work.
So a ghost that sounds like a Force ghost.
Maybe he's blue and a little wavy in my head, okay?
I was gonna turn your entire story into Star Wars now.
It kind of is. But overall, the path will be this girl trying to escape trouble.
Okay.
Not realizing the Eastern Empire is actually trying to help her because she witnesses them kill an assassin.
Yeah.
Somebody that she had thought was friendly.
So
it's just going to be miscommunication. She's going to end up going from the city-states of the borderlands, which is why that she's not part of either empire, so she's fair game.
Yeah.
While at the same time, actually bringing an army to that spot would be terrible. Because they have a technology that can cancel magic. Yeah, it's kind of like their one thing that they're like, yes, we can cancel magic. Good luck. So they end up escaping into the jungle,
Oh.
meeting the cat people, impressing the cat people. By the way, they can see the ghost. No one else can see the ghost, by the way.
Well, the cat people can?
The cat people can. But the ghost, the entire journey, he is trying to bring her to the lost city of Ruinark.
Okay.
Because that's where the... it's the physically closest spot on the planet to the Elder God.
So, Lost City of Roanoke, you said?
Ruinark.
Roanoke?
Okay.
Can someone say Death Star?
All right. But we are going, like, the way I want to structure this story is that we do spend a lot of time switching between the monarchy, the unseen protectors, which I'm going to have a name for them. I kind of want to go with the Knights of, or the Order of type of thing. It's a personal, because the Queen is the head of the church.
Yeah.
They're actually the personal armed guards of the church. Exactly.
Like, just call them Templars.
No, I don't want to go too obvious.
Yeah.
But they are but unlike Templars, they are kind of the secret service of the Queen. The king has no control over them, but he's also the one that they can actually override his military at any time. Like, they're de facto generals. But she sends them out to do the protection. They're an amazing job of it. The Emperor, Golgotha, he sends out assassins and kidnappers, because if they can't capture her, kill her. And yeah, it's his son that decides to betray his father and try to send her to the Eastern Empire. Because he's in love with the emissary from the Eastern Empire, okay? And he wants to bring peace to his country. Which is really sad, because he's also the head of the church and the head of all vice in the country. Yeah. Yeah, it's a weird layered thing going on. Oh, also, my main character, one of the monks from the lost city of Ruinark,
Yeah.
is one of the people who openly protects her. Like, he refuses to leave her side, and he falls in love with her almost immediately.
Oh, that's going to be annoying.
Oh, yeah, it really is. So she constantly just complains about him hanging around. Also, because of his holy magical abilities, he's able to see the ghost and communicate with the ghost perfectly as well.
Oh.
So they're a trio of, like, a 16-year-old girl that doesn't want to have to do any of this.
Yep.
Who'd rather just go and have some fun, but it also gets her out of school. So, and doing housework. A monk who fell in love with her, and a ghost who never understands the joke because he's 4,000 years old. Like, she'll say something in that day's, what's the word I'm looking for? Speech patterns, joke,
Yeah.
Like a meme or something like that. And he'll just be like, none of that makes sense to me. You're talking Greek. Seriously. Like, and her and the monk will joke about it. And then she'll realize that she's getting close to him and go, no. It's going to be one of those stories. Yeah, by the way, mine's also in my head. Pure anime this entire time.
Oh, that's one of my surprise.
It's going to be awesome. The Western Empire has lava in the capital.
How about the How about the Squires of the Oracle?
I like it.
Or something like with that combination.
Maybe not Squires. I gotta find something that's like Knight, but it's a better title.
Let's see.
Protectors?
The Circle of the Bridge. The Servers of the Truth. The Custodians of the Eye.
Oh, the Servers of Mother.
The Servers of Mother. That works.
Yes. And you don't really want to have to run into them. Yeah. We'll just say that because they don't look friendly. Like when they fully, like normally they're fully camouflaged when they're out doing the unseen protecting. But when they break their camouflage to perform a kill,
yeah,
their armor is very bird-like.
Yeah, I saw your post on Facebook.
Yeah, it's great. Their armor is very bird-like, so it's a shock to see them.
Yeah.
Because it's a purple-black armor.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Yeah. But then they can, once they stop, their camouflage kicks back in.
Okay.
And then if you still can, like, then visually, it's like the, have you ever seen Ghost in the Shell? Not the movie, but the anime?
Parts.
When her camouflage kicks in, and it's just a shimmer.
Yeah.
Like, if you're able to physically, like, look directly at it,
yeah,
you'll see a shimmer.
Okay.
And then she starts noticing the more and more shimmers after one of them kill someone she thought was a friendly.
Wow.
Yep. Because she kind of has to go underground almost immediately. Because she is the chosen one for her tribe, which they are the major religion in the states of the city-states of the Borderlands.
Yeah.
So immediately she's like, "Oh, everyone wants a piece of me immediately."
Yep.
And great, the descendant, the old man, the Force Ghost, is just like, "Yeah, come with me. I'll get you to safety. I have a network." The problem is his network is now about 2 generations old. So it's like descendants of people that they're going to talk to. And he's just like, "I'm really sorry about this. I set this up a while ago thinking a previous one of your descendants was the one, but it didn't work out." And she's like, "Which one?" It's like, "Remember your great aunt so-and-so?" And she's like, "No, but I've heard the stories that she was batshit insane." And he's like, "Yeah, that's what happens when the power of the one turns on in somebody, and I have to turn it off." And she's like, "Oh."
Oh yeah, we talked about you having that joke that if she wants him to shut up, she
just has to ask about one of her ancestors.
So what grade? What grade are you to me, my great grandfather? How many grades is that? Well, let's see.
Oh no, that question he eventually, as the story goes on, just purposely knows the answer. Like, he knows the answer to every one of the questions immediately, but he has a story about it. And so he starts telling a story, and they will just walk away. It's like people talking to me. Oh.
If you're looking for pity, you're not getting any.
Whatever.
You're not going to get any. Not from this guy.
But yeah, that's kind of what my story is going to be.
So what's the end point of your story?
So the end point of my story is in the lost city of Ruinark.
When she shatters the world?
No, actually. There ends up being... the event happens.
Okay.
And as you guys know, the elder being disappears.
Yes.
The magic storm stops. Like, it just dissipates.
Interesting.
Because there's no magic being drawn anymore. So it just goes away. Now the armies of the Western Empire and Eastern Empire have been on their respective edges of the storm because they can't advance. Nothing's getting into there. But they know that the people that they need to went in there. So they're just sitting outside of it, blockade style. And when it dissipates, they go in, and all hell breaks loose. Because that's the moment that our actual end game for the next part of our major story arc
Yeah, that's not going to work.
goes away. Starts to happen.
That's not going to work.
Why?
Because that storm was based on the forces of the two planets being there. Yes, magic was there because I never pictured the elder being in the middle of that storm. He was actually somewhere else.
Oh, no. He is somewhere else. But, like, his draw point is the center of the storm.
Yeah, I didn't... Because the original idea for the storm was that's the focal point of the gravitational pull of the planet.
Oh, because... Okay, now, let me fix that theory, then.
Okay.
Because the elder being has disappeared, it changes the storm, and we'll just say that there is a way in.
Well, no, I'm thinking. Something's passing through my head right now.
But they get lost in there. Like, no, seriously. Like, an entire ship gets lost in it.
Interesting.
Because on my planet, like, the storm is over water.
Yeah, well, yeah, so I kind of figured.
So, yeah, like, ships go into it, and either they are destroyed or their contact's been lost and they're presumed destroyed.
Oh, better yet. Here's a better idea. The storm doesn't dissipate. The city comes out.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Because the storm... Because now
the city has to go to the newest... what the proper focal point will be.
No, not
For
necessarily.
our next story.
Not necessarily.
Nope.
Not necessarily. It's just that the storm was locked to that one location because of the other being. He's gone, so that storm now, instead of being in one location on the planet, it now follows...
It starts to move.
It starts to follow the rotation of the planet.
Okay.
So now, but the planet, your city does hover basically, but it's not. It doesn't have a propulsion to move.
Well, no, because the storm's going to move away from it.
Yeah, but because when that happens, they implement things to save the city. It could be obviously not completely save the city because it can help make things a little bit more interesting for your climax. As the city comes out of the storm, as it moves on, it can be like them coming out that way. So when the storm's gone, everyone's like, "Oh, they're damaged. Okay, now we actually have a chance." Like, "Oh, it's gonna be easy," and they didn't realize what was actually living in the city.
Yes.
They're like, "Oh, fuck."
It's all of the monks and all of their training and all of their power. Yeah, you got screwed.
But that way the storm will just follow the rotation.
Causing havoc along the way.
Yes, and the direction it's going. So as the Earth rotates, the city comes out, and that way you can have the conflict.
But luckily, it travels a path that is, least destructive.
That's your planet. It's up to you to decide
Because
that.
for me, it's near my my pole.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, it's just gonna float along the. If you're gonna compare it to Earth, it's like Canada, Norway. That level of north will be affected by the storm.
Oh, okay.
So it's just like, yeah, sorry guys, but you can move south a little bit, and that's what people will do.
Okay.
Until things get fixed, which they will get fixed, maybe.
Or will they?
Or will they?
But yes, that's the thing that we definitely will need to talk about next. But
yeah.
One thing that I was telling you off mic was that I want like an epilogue on each story.
Oh yeah.
That will, because I think the event I'm gonna be having clues that something is gonna happen, because that champion story is gonna be only a background, the backdrift.
Oh yeah, no. My
story,
hero's journey, like she will be through her ancestor. She'll be knowing about that the event is happening.
Oh no, but like I'm talking about like my story. Like I was talking about the champion, the tournament.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be more of the backdrop of the story, but there'll be a bigger, grander story there, also, and there'll be constantly hints of something's going on with the star god.
Yep.
I think that's what they're gonna refer to him, because they see the sun over here that moves. So this one doesn't move. So they just call it, and it looks more like a star than an actual sun. So they just call it the sun star, the star god. But they can tell it's something different because they can see him, because they can see your planet.
Yeah. Like that's not the way it's supposed to go.
So, and at the end of the story, he's gonna vanish. Leading up to what will come next. But before that happens, in the epilogue, it will actually be before the elder being vanishes. He's gonna pull the characters, not necessarily just the characters that show up in that story, but other people from my planet, a handful, and some from yours.
Oh, for me, it's just my 3.
Your 3.
Well, okay, no. By the end of it, I'm going to have a team. One of them's going to be the cat, a monk.
Well, see, the thing is, like, I'm talking about people you don't even meet in my story.
Oh, okay.
They're from the planet.
Yeah, no. It's people from my story.
No, because I think it would work better off is that if people maybe you've met in the story also get pulled there, who will have a role, a skill, or will have a role in that the elder being has selected or given them that they don't realize.
You run into once, they help you out,
and
then you move on.
It's like a peddler or someone who's like who.
They repaired something.
Yeah, repaired something, or you bought something from it. It's like a nothing character, and then in the epilogue, he's like, "Oh, this guy's gonna have a role." Okay,
we got Tommy, the mechanic. He's here too.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna have something that he has to fix or build or something.
He's a role.
Yep.
That you can pull these new characters in to set up the overarching story.
Who's this character? The Doctor? I don't get it.
Nope, not allowed.
Got a blue box, can travel through time. Oh, yeah, this will be easy.
Nope, banished. Not allowed. I forbid it. But no, like that, the epilogue will be them being summoned before the elder being, who, if you thought the angels were dicks, this guy...
Oh, this dude doesn't care.
He's not even a dick. He's like I like to picture him as Barney Stinson in a sense.
Okay.
I think it'd be awesome to say Barney Stinson's like, peace out.
A well-dressed guy.
A well-dressed guy who's like, ooh, you can stick around. I think I may stick around to have some fun with you in a little bit.
She's only 16. Okay, never mind. I'm out. Needed to check my sled for a second there.
On the cosmic scale, that means nothing. Gross, man. Gross.
Dude.
Joking.
I'm 34 billion years old. It doesn't matter to me.
No. But no, just have like a guy who's just completely disconnected to everything.
Oh yeah. He's above everything.
And he's just like, yeah, so I'm piecing out in a second, and I'm just keeping your 2 planets from crashing in. Your people are like, planets?
And he's like,
oh yeah, you haven't seen that yet.
Snaps his fingers.
He's like, what the? They all flip out like seeing my planet.
They're like, okay, we see a planet.
Like,
we see our planet.
Like,
wow.
Oh yeah, I'm the one keeping that from crashing into each other. So if you guys want to live after I peace out, you need to do this, and he just basically hands them
the MacGuffin.
Yeah, pretty much a map or something that tells them about how to prevent the planets from colliding, and it says, oh yeah, by the way, you have like a day to fix this.
You've got about 24 hours.
Yeah, you got about a day. And oh, by the way, this thing right here behind me, it's a portal through time. Don't know how far back you'll go. Never really cared to. It's been there since I've been here. Don't know how far back it's going to go. But oh yeah, you can't use it until you get back here. So you have to find a way to get back here so you can go back in time to figure out, so you have more time, because you won't figure this out in 24 hours.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I kind of feel like they're going to be tasked with a journey through time on both planets as an overall team. Even though we're going to have to separate the two teams, I'll take a couple of characters from you. You'll take a couple of characters from me, and they'll run around on the planets through time, collecting things.
No.
Well,
Maybe the time thing. Well, I think we both agree that there's going to be a time travel element to this. But I do know something. That'll be next week where we'll dive more into that.
Okay.
But I do think it'd be a more interesting tale is, no. You don't get a few characters from my world, and I get a few characters from your world. No. Your characters have to be on my world, and my characters are on your world.
Okay. And it's a run through time on the two worlds.
I think so. I don't really picture it going back very far.
No. I wasn't. I mean,
I think there might be. I'm thinking there might be a trip, far back to kind of explain what happened.
Like one of the clues has to be like pre-cataclysm, but only barely pre-cataclysm.
Yeah, or going back to
like the day of.
Yeah, or something like that, to see what happened there, experience what happened on the planets, versus and then actually go to somewhere on one of the planets he set up basically a holographic display of why he should, like, give someone an explanation why he showed up there.
Okay.
Nothing on the grander skin of what he's doing, but he was injured, he needed power, and because of what's in the core of my planet, and this being a sibling powerful essence of mana as well, he drew them together
to collect this energy,
to heal himself and to recharge for it.
Okay.
And kind of explains it, but that we'll figure out that on next week's episode.
All right. Why do you pause?
I don't know. I just feel like it's a natural part of the...
No, you don't have to pause. You can just go right into the ending.
No, because I feel like it should be more like we do the intro and outro, but then they're listening into something, a separate session for some reason.
Yeah, no, it's not necessary.
Yes, it is. It's my podcast, and I'll do what I fucking want.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us know down in the comments section what you think of our stories. Obviously, you like mine better because mine is well more thought out than Adam's, as always.
Right. I have exact characters. I don't have a name for her yet, but I will.
Yeah, it does. It's called the MacGuffin.
Well, yeah. Of course. Never mind.
Her name is MacGuffin. MacGuffin!
Okay.
But let us know what you thought down there. The basic ideas that you've heard so far of the overarching storyline. And for more of those details, you'll have to come back next week. But on your way down there, be sure to go and give us a thumbs up. You listen to 43 minutes of us talking. Yeah.
Congratulations. Thanks.
Thanks for listening, but also give us a thumbs up. You clearly liked what you're listening to. And while you're at it, hit subscribe, ring the bell, and what's the tagline? I like it.
Okay.
Yes, subscribe, join the notification squad so you know when all episodes of the Writers Mindscape and other podcasts and game, what do you call those things? Game videos?
Yeah, gaming videos.
Gaming videos go live. I feel like there should be like a name for them. I don't know why.
Nope, just gaming videos.
Gaming videos go live. But so next week we'll be talking about, you'll get to tune into our planning session for the overarching story there. So other than that, Adam, you have anything else to say?
Keep writing, everybody.